Step 1. Since I am drawing from a photo, I'm going to kind of just give myself little tick marks at like the quarter marks on my paper and on my reference. Step 2, I'm going to measure one of my 2-point box corners. I'm going to double it and I'm going to draw that line on the piece of paper in just about the same position that I see it in the photograph. Then I'm going to sight the angle of both the top and the bottom of that box and see where they intersect. I'm going to put a pin in the board where they intersect, and then I'm going to lay my eye level down where that string is. Step 3, I put a string on that pin and I'm going to draw my orthogonal lines on the side of the box to that, and then I'm going to straighten them up with a ruler. I am drawing this much darker than you will. I'm only doing this so that you can see it. I'm drawing that back edge. I'm going to draw the top lid, which is also going there. Straighten that up with the ruler, and I'm even going to slice off a little bit of the side of that because that lid hangs over. Step 4, I'm going to find the angle and put a pin in. So I'm sighted that angle, stuck the pin in on my eye level or horizon line where that sighting stick intersected. And I'm drawing my lines and connecting them, darkening them up with a pencil. And again, you'll keep it light. Now I don't see this part, but just to show and have an idea of where that back edge is, I'm going to draw that in because I need it to finish the top right now. And you do this just like you normally would for a 2-point box. I'm straightening it up. Step 5, measure the corner of the other box. Look at where it lines up with the other box. I doubled that and I draw the corner. So the corner is step 5. Now I'm going to find one of the angles of the box and I'm going to figure out where it intersects on that eye level. Then I'm going to put a pin in on that eye level. And I'm just going to move my vanishing points there. So in order to do that, I'm first going to just make my cone of vision. This will make moving these vanishing points really simple. So I have to make a string that is taut. It's sitting on the eye level between the 2 vanishing points. Now, if I find that angle, figure out where that crosses and intersects on that eye level, I will be able to move my right string over to where that goes, and then just move my left string, straighten it out, and I have my 2 vanishing points that slid on that eye level to create this next box. Now I'm going to draw in the sides of the box, figure out where the edge of that kind of connects, draw that angle down. Draw the top of the lid. I'm going to darken that a little bit right now so that you can see it. And then I'm going to do this to the other side. So I did the bottom of that lid, the top of the lid, the bottom of the box. Now I can finish the other side of the box. And make sure that your verticals are parallel to the sides of the piece of paper. I'm just going to cut in a little bit to do that edge. And just darken this up a little bit so that you can see it in the video. Now I just see just a sliver of that top edge because it's almost right at eye level. The next box that I'm going to draw is a 1-point box. This is going to be step 6. Now you may not have a 1-point box. So maybe you're drawing a 2-point box here. But if it's a 1-point box, I measured it, I doubled it, and I'm drawing the front face of a box because it's parallel to me, parallel to the picture plane. Then the vanishing point, I can take one of these angles. I know it has to intersect on that eye level. I'm going to lay that down, find the vanishing point. Now everything on this box gets drawn to that vanishing point. Draw that little back of the edge. I'm darkening things up, finishing that little edge there. And I'm going to draw that one little angle to the vanishing point. Step 7, I took my strings down. Now I'm figuring out where the 1-point box that I'm going to draw this cone is going to fit. I took the strings down because I drew the central vanishing point on this paper already because I already had drawn a 1-point box. And I'm going to draw this box, and I'm figuring out where that bottom edge would be. So I'm kind of drawing just a rectilinear form. Getting that all finished so that I can draw this cone inside of that rectilinear form. So I have that form now. I'm going to use the Xing method to find the exact center here, draw a line through that, then I'll draw a line through that, and then I know that my little elliptical form down here has to touch the side, the top, the bottom, and the other side, and I need to keep it looking elliptical. So it's just that it will fit within this shape, touching all of those spots. It's important that it stays looking like an ellipse. So again, finding the center here. Now that doesn't come to an exact point, so I'm going to kind of go a little bit on each side of that. Kind of curves a little. And then I'm going to connect. After this, I would have one more 2-point box, but that's all I'm going to do in this video. You can figure out the rest.